what's the difference between raising all the kids that you've had so far, and what differences do you see in terms of difficulties? Because I guess I'm the most different because I'm the one that's done the riskier stuff compared to them. So what do you think would be the difference?
I can't see much of a difference because they haven't come to that age at that time. Secondly, I can't say it's a difference. Even twins have different ways of life. So every child you have to know that they'll get at a certain age and they think by themselves.
Did it make it hard then that we're all different?
No, I actually, to me, it's like a blessing to get to know this one likes this one wants to be like this. My responsibility as a parent is to guide you and to request you as my children to consult where you feel like, yeah, I'm stuck here. As long as you are open, to me it doesn't bother me where my children, or if you want to do this or this kid wants to do this. To me it's all the same. Yeah.
Do you feel like you fought for us enough?
No, not really.
In terms of what? In
terms of finance. I don't feel like I've done what I would have liked to do.
For example, like what? Because for me, how I see it, in terms of finances, I definitely feel like, especially me, if I can speak for myself, you've supported me so much. So why do you think financially you think?
Yeah, like I said from the beginning, my hobby was traveling. I felt like if I had more money, we would have traveled more. But because the family is too big, at times you try to minimize where should we go. We used to go to Uganda almost every year. Now sometimes you can spend 2 years or 3 years without traveling as a family. That really makes me feel like maybe I haven't done enough. But at the same time, it doesn't make me sick. I just say, okay, that is God's wish. Yeah.
Do you think do you feel like, so for us that, like I said before, it was nice to have a second home to go to when you left mum. For me personally, it was a good escape for me. Do you think that, how do you think Amal and Ashtra feel being for them that they're on the other side?
I don't think they feel like, they are not as happy as they would have been because they see me occasionally. They would have liked to see me on a daily basis.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel bad. The only thing that I didn't leave them when they were too young. I left when they are grown-ups a bit. The bond between me and them was there, which to me was very important. I know it cannot break. If you leave your kids at a certain age, you might fail to catch up with them as they grow up. But the age I left them and where they are now, I'm happy we can still talk and chat, but still I would have been there.
So in that, I'm going to ask you again in terms of later on in life, how has everything that you've gone through affected your mental health?
I wouldn't say I've been mentally affected. I would say that I've been down for some periods of time. There are times when I feel like I'm down, not mentally sick, or I wouldn't call it mental problem. I wouldn't call it depression, but those times when you feel like something is missing.
So what helped you get through those times?
By keeping quiet.
Oh, don't you think that's bad?
No. For me, every time I have a problem, I keep quiet. I enjoy listening to myself other than listening to people.
Okay, but this is where I'm gonna hit you with that one.
Mm.
So don't you see how it's bad through me?
Mm.
Because when I have a problem, I'm also quiet, and that leads you to worry.
Yeah.
So if you now do the same thing that you're worried about, doesn't that now, do you see?
Okay, the difference between me and you, me is my responsibility to look after you. It's not your responsibility to look after me. If you look after me, it's a bonus. Whereas for me, it is a duty that if my son is not moving in the right direction, everybody will be looking at me. You didn't raise your children properly. But there is nobody who's going to look at my son and say, you didn't take care of your dad. Where were you when he was getting depressed? Where were you when he was going mad? So that's the difference. There are times as a man, I keep quiet. That doesn't mean that I'm not thinking, but sometimes to avoid saying things you regret, you rather keep quiet.
For me, I feel when keeping quiet makes it worse because no one knows what you're thinking and you're just bottling those emotions and you're not letting them out in any
it's not letting them out. I let them out to those people I feel like.
Okay.
Like your mom here, like my brother. I pick somebody I trust and I talk about it. When I say keeping quiet, doesn't mean keeping quiet 100% to everyone. No, I keep quiet to a certain level. And I say, no, I'm not gonna be loud on this. Like on that issue, I keep quiet to your mom, and I don't push it. But that doesn't mean that I'm not watching. Once in a while, I tell her my next move. That
I think in that, I know you confide in, you choose who you confide in, and I don't know, that's your choice. I feel like maybe, I'm not going to speak for my brother, but maybe for me, I would have also liked to be one of those people because I'm also going through things. And growing up, it would have been nice to know that, okay, I think you've done it here and there. For example, when uncle passed away, he was really vulnerable then. When Aunt Halim also just passed, he was vulnerable then. But I think it would be nice as adults now, because we're both adults, for us to confide in each other. And I think it would be the next step in our relationship to help me open up. It's almost like to want something or to get something, you have to give.
Yeah.
And I feel like in my relationship, even in life, I guess that's how it would improve for me. And you've done that at times. But I think it would, because sometimes I guess for me, I could be going through things and I'd ask you, are you going through anything? You say, no, you're fine. So then subconsciously for me, if I'm going through anything, I'm just going to say I'm fine as well, as a response to, because I'm so used to I'm fine, I have to be strong as a man. So I guess that's something that we could work on as well. In terms of that. What other question I have? So what are your successes that you'd say that you've had in this life?
I don't think I have much. I would say that
or things that you're happy and like super proud of.
I think the most thing which I would be proud of is to look after my family. I'm proud of it. I've done my best to make sure my family is happy. 100% sure that my mom is happy about what I have done for her. That one has made me proud. She always talk about it to other people that, oh, my son has done this, he has been there. That has made me proud. As long as my mom and my children are happy, to me, I think I have achieved what I would have liked. Yeah.
Is there any other goals that you'd say you have left in life that you'd want to achieve for you?
I don't know whether it's an achievement or it's a gift from God, I would like to see my children grow before I pass. And I think if they grow when I'm here, they'll learn from me, and I want to contribute to their lives, every one of them. If I had the right to choose what time I would pass, I would say that as long as my last child is 20, I would be happy to, even if at that time pass, I wouldn't mind. I want to see them smile. I want to see grandchildren at one point. I want to visit them in their homes and see how they go on with life. I want to be there so that they can lean on me when they have any difficulties in their lives. But that aside, I think I've achieved 50% of what I would have liked to achieve. Yeah.
Quickly, just want to lightly touch on it. What advice or things that you'd give to me and those that are watching in terms of life and with the stage that I'm at now?
The first thing I would like to say is that, first of all, in life, you should know your priorities. You shouldn't let people decide for you what makes you happy. Make your decisions first, unless otherwise you have failed to come to a conclusion of what you are doing, then you can consult. Not to think of what people say. Just listen, whatever they say, you listen and you weigh what is right and what is wrong. Then in that way you can be a person of yourself. I am a kind of person who doesn't want to impress, to do things just for the people to say, wow, he's great. Yet deep down, you know you are not. I don't want to showbiz. I don't want, how could you call it? Living in, not imaginable life, living okubera kyotali.
Okay, fake.
Yeah, I don't want to live a fake life. That man is rich, that man is this. No. Me, I want to be me. Whether I have, whether I don't have, that's me. That's why in my life you'll never hear me arguing, you'll never me fight, never see me sad. Because for me, I take every each day as it comes. If I have, I'm happy and I talk about it. Oh, I've got this, I've done this, I'll do this. If I don't have, I still smile. Because it doesn't make me feel any different to show off that I'm okay when I'm not okay. And even if I'm not okay and I show people that I'm not okay, what are they going to do about it? Nothing. So for me, I am what I am. And I just want people to know that you are who you are, and they should like you the way you are. If they want to support, they support. If they want to like you, they like you. If they don't, it doesn't bother me. Yeah.
Well, for me, that's everything. I just wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for us, for me especially. Like, a lot of the things that I do, I wouldn't have been able to do if it wasn't for you, and I can't honestly thank you enough. From when it comes to me wanting to play basketball, to me doing modelling, YouTube, you've supported me from, I guarantee even if I just wanted to do Uber for the rest of my life, you'd support me. And for me, it means a lot, and I can't thank you enough. And I can only pray that one day I can repay for all the things that you've done, because you've been, even though you may not know it sometimes, you've been what holds me together sometimes, and I can't thank you enough for that.
It's a pleasure.
For doing that for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it comes naturally, unless otherwise somebody goes off course, off road. To me, I'm proud of you, because I can see where you're going. And like I said, if I had that chance to be what you are, things would have been different. If somebody has the opportunity, push it, support that person. Then if things don't work out, you don't blame yourself. I wouldn't have liked you to grow up and you say, if Daddy had supported me, probably things would have been different. At least let me support you. If things don't work out, that's okay. It's not the end of life. But at least you have tried. It's better to try and fail than failing to try. So many people have lived a miserable life because they fear to try. They fear to try to change, try different things. For me, when I moved out from your mom, people were laughing at me because I went back to zero in terms of accommodation, in terms of everything. And I felt like this is nothing. When I came in this country, I started in a room. We were sharing everything. I ended up having my own home. I'll start afresh. And it took me no time. And look where we are. Even if not better, I'm happier than never before. So if you are trying to achieve something, I have to be there 100%. And I'm glad that you made a move and you decided to move in and stay with me, because now I can see what my son is doing, especially the two of you. You are no longer children, you are men now. That gives me the chance to see how you are growing up. The other ones, if Allah wills, I'll watch up with them and I'll catch up with them and I'll be there. This time, unlike when I tried to move out of the country to try another life, I don't think I'll ever do it again. Because I saw how it affected you when I moved away. You deteriorated a little bit. This time with the ones who are growing up, only when God separates us, I would like to be there for them 24/7.
Oh, can I also just say, in case people don't tell you, I'm proud of you. Because I know you always say that you're proud of us, but even me myself, I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
and I'm proud to have you as my father, because you've been the biggest blessing in my life, and I can only thank God for that. Yeah. So in case you ever feel down, just know that I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's it. So thank you for coming on to my little interview and show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's strange because only you could have done this for me, and I don't think a lot of people understand that the support. I know you've got me 100%, because even doing something like this, like in anything that I want to do, you're always there.
Yeah.
So again, just want to say thank you, and that is it.
Thank you.
So guys, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and tune into the next one.